Y'all know what it is, The Real Podcast. We here with another special guest. I'd like to state your name and where you from. We're doing this for Nancy. It's the Nancy documentary. So state your name and where you from.
My name is Wanda Jones Hennett. I'm from 17th Street Northwest. And, I'm back. I was in Greenbelt, but I'm back now.
Yeah. So explain your relationship with Nancy. Like, who was she to you?
So, you're going to make me cry. So, Nancy was, to me, a matriarch of the community. And I could go to Nancy. I could tell her my woes, my problems, my everything, and know that nobody else would know what was going on. And so that's how I felt, like what she meant to me. She meant a lot to me.
So let me ask you, what type of person was Nancy for the people that never met her? You hear a lot of great things. That's my grandma. But in your own textbook definition, what type of person was Nancy to you?
To me, I've never seen her without a smile. I've always seen her. She was on the front. She'd be like, "Hey, good morning," whatever. We got baptized in 2009 together at King Emmanuel Baptist Church. And when I say she meant so much to me, and when my son used to tell me he was going up there, whatever, he was like, "Oh, Miss Nancy, the fried fish was everything." And so what I'm saying was, she meant to me was like a second mother for the community. That's what she meant to me.
So let me ask you this though. You got something?
Yeah, I wanted to say I know Miss Nancy was a great role model to a lot of people. Was there any lessons that she may have given you in life that you still apply in this day?
One of the lessons that she gave to me is, what I tell you and what you mean to me. And okay, let's say for example, at the funeral, the line that I was in was out the door and up the hill and everything. So that meant that she meant a lot to a lot of people. But for me, she meant a safety net. That's what Nancy meant to me. She was my safety net in the community.
So let me, because you kind of skip past this part. So talk about y'all being baptized together. How was that? Because you said 2009. Talk about that for a second.
So I think for both of us, we didn't remember as being children. Like, we got baptized, of course we did or whatever. But in 2009, someone said, "Yeah, it's a new pastor down here." So it was me, Nancy, and a couple of other people, whatever. So actually, after we got baptized, we would go to church. We loved the fellowship with the community. We loved the fellowship with our members. And it just meant a lot to us. We paid our tithes. Oh my goodness, did we? But, it meant a lot to us to be with the community. There were so many people that came to King Emmanuel Baptist Church. So it meant a lot to us. And that's how she and I connected at that point, but we were always connected before that. You know what I mean? So,
talk about Miss Nancy's cooking, because everybody comes on here and speaks on it.
Listen, I wasn't there all the time, but for Nancy, you didn't have to come from 17. You didn't have to come from 14th Street. She took in all children from all walks of life, Southeast, Northeast, Maryland, whatever. And so they already knew. Emil, Friday, whatever, Wanza, whoever, they brought them there for her food. So her food was amazing.
So let me ask you this. What are 3 words or a word that you use to describe Nancy?
Amazing, incredible, and loving. Absolutely. She loved her family, which her family meant the community.
Absolutely.
It did not just mean Kyrie, your mother, Wanza. It meant everybody. It meant love meant everybody for Nancy Bryant.
For sure. Phenomenal, man. Go ahead, man.
So, as you said, she was a matriarch to the community, right? And one thing we know about matriarchs, like, they keep families together. They the glue. They hold everything together. And now, like in this generation, especially like what we see, like a lot of our families dispersed. A lot of families aren't as close knit as they used to be, right? And I know that's something Ms. Nancy was big on. So, what's a piece of advice that you would give to families nowadays to be as close as they used to be?
So what I want to say is, because she instilled that in her family is a close-knit family. They, you know, they might fight on the outside or disagree or whatever, but they are still a close-knit family. And what I want to say to families now, like, you may not forgive, you may not forget, but tomorrow is not promised. Every day above dirt is a great day. Please remember what she gave you, what she taught you, and just love one another. That's all we have is each other. Every day, that's all you need to do is love. And that's what she taught me and her whole family.
Right. For sure. Wow, that's phenomenal right there. Yeah. I like that. So yeah, there's one last question I want to ask you, man. So so the word Nancy, right? And you see a lot of people, everybody got great stories about Nancy, all this other stuff. So coming up, you know, Nancy's older than you. Is there something, did you look up to her, that she inspired you in certain ways to be like better?
So yes, I feel like I'm not gonna say so much younger than Nancy because I don't want to feel like, but going to her and just looking at her wisdom, whatever, I'm like, when I have a grandson, when I have children, I want to be able to say to them, please love each other. Please just hold on to each other. Be mad at that moment, but get over it and move on. And that's what she told me. Move on. Please get over it and move on. I love her with all my heart, and I always will.
Hey, I like that. How you want me to Cam?
Right now?
Yeah, come on.
I was waiting for my turn.
We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna transition real quick. We good.
For my turn.
You better.
You want to start it over? How you want to do it? Just keep it going.
Keep it going.
We're gonna keep it going. Yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Yeah,
so I can go get my head down.
We're gonna keep it authentic. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it.
Right, we very
But people gonna see this.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You know you fly, right? You alright, right?
You straight, man.
It's crazy, man.
Let's get it, man.
Nah,
Introduce yourself, man.
Introduce yourself, man. Where you from?
Alvin Jones. Al. I'm from Uptown, born and raised. My mother's side grew up on 17th Street, 100%. I spent a lot of time over there. My father's side grew up on Clifton, and my ties to both is equally loved. To me, in my opinion, is equally loved. So,
okay. I like that. So, what did Nancy mean to you? Like, how did you know Nancy?
My mom was just on here, Miss Wanda,
Yeah.
if we're being honest, and I was trying to get her not to tell my one of my favorite Nancy cooking stories, the fried fish story.
Yeah.
I used to wait. So your question was, what do I remember? I don't want to
Yeah.
all of I remember her as this one story.
No, it's okay. So if you could share a story, like a memorable moment with Nancy or something that you know, go ahead and share.
Oh, one of my favorite ones is I used to be a bit chubby when I was young.
Yeah.
Most people remember that,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of that. And I got a lot of love for my chubby people. Well, y'all can't tell, but I used to be chubby when I was young, and I loved it. And but I was a little kind of not shy, but I was a bit reluctant. And I used to eat Nancy's fried fish a lot. Right? They would have the fish on Fridays and stuff like that. So Wanza used to be over there in the corner, and he would see me after I finished eating, and I would have this Wednesday's child look on my face.
Yeah.
Like you could tell, like, why is this little kid who just finished eating like he never had anything? So he knew that I would want. So Nancy was like, "Boy, get over here. What you we ain't doing no shot. You want some more?
Yeah.
Just come see that.
Just like her.
Come on, man.
That sounds just like her.
You know how Nancy was.
Yeah, straightforward.
Yeah, you said we doing authentic.
Yeah, right. The real. That's the real.
You know, come on, boy. What did you sit over there waiting for? So that was quite frequent. A few times that I would go, and that happened a couple times. And Wanza was my saving grace. And Wanza was my conduit.
Yeah, conduit. Yeah,
he was my conduit to give me more and more fish.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That was me, man. I just, like I said, but I'll answer another question.
Yeah, for sure. You good. If you want to keep on adding on to this, let it go, man. It's all good.
No, actually, if I'm being frank and honest, you asked my mom. I heard a couple of questions from my mom's interview, and you asked what was one of the things you got from Nancy.
Yeah, what was something?
And I know we're gonna have a lot of fun with this interview as well, but if we keeping it 100 and serious, I think, has anybody used the word humility?
Haven't heard it so far on this.
Since y'all been interviewing a lot of
people. You the first one with it. You the first one.
I like to be the first. I'm glad of that. But I mean, people that know me know I have no reputation for weather. Like humility is what I took from her. You know, you watch and you understand her story and how she grew up. You know, people might not know this from watching this, but I'm very, very, very close to the Bryants and the Washingtons, and I slept in a lot of those houses. I slept in that home on that corner many a nights, right? And with respect, you know, Miss Cat and everybody, I appreciate y'all, and Miss Nancy, like. So what you get from that is learning how, you know, it's very rare that y'all gonna go around and find somebody to say something negative about her, and it's gonna be authentic. Why? Because of her humility. I think when it boils down, she really treated people in the way that you hope when you think about how you want somebody to treat you. I think she sort of executed that like on a daily basis, right? We're not gonna get on here. And no one's perfect, but it was perfect the way she did it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Everybody got treated equally.
Yeah. It was perfect
I
the
like
way
that.
she
I
did
like
it.
that. I like
Sure.
that, man. So, yeah. So you got something?
Yeah, just want to say, I mean, for one, I appreciate you being so vocal. Like, it's amazing. But
Thank you.
is there any, like, aside from like humility, her showing you or, you know, giving you that example, is there any other like lessons within, like, just personal lessons that she gave you, in a sense, like maybe a one-on-one conversation that you guys had?
I'm the perfect person to ask this because no, it's not like known and documented. People didn't see us together a lot, right? So if you hear me say some of our one-on-ones and the way we talk, I got older in junior high school. And I like to tell non-hero stories, right? Everybody tells me they got all hero stories. You never got crossed up, bro? Yeah. Like, the girl never told you no?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta have a non-hero story, which brings it back to humility,
Absolutely.
right? So in this non-hero story, I remember a couple times in middle school, I got in trouble and things of that nature. And not nothing crazy, but just suspended or something for running my mouth. And Nancy knew about it. You know, here and there. You know how to see this different.
Different.
Back in the day,
everybody talk.
They're gonna check you, but like I said, it was. I think the next word, operative word, so to speak, is grace. Like the way that she, I'm not even gonna say scolded. The way that she got on me when she heard about me getting in trouble in middle school. It's like she said second mother, but I'm trying not to say what my mom said, but. It's in that mode. Like she took me aside and she was like, you know good and well. You know good and well, you know better.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And like some people have to hear a long dissertation for you to get the point. Hers was short and sweet. And you got it. And you know better. Right? So I think I'm in 8th, 9th grade. And this is funny, you might not know this, but her and my grandmother had talks with. After that, I never got suspended in trouble. You know that for a fact. I never got suspended. So like my story is for Nancy. Also, I'm the perfect person because no one knows this. It's not like you would never.
I wouldn't even exactly. I would never know that.
I feel like those are the stories and the conversations that need to be heard. Is the ones that, you know, you'll never think other people hear them. You know, those the most humbling conversations and the most like just raw and genuine conversations, and when it's like real and it's like happening right then in that moment. Like,
indeed, right? It wasn't broadcast. I'm like, hey, guess what? Nancy's out here giving me life lessons. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't do that. I just took it and learned it in every conversation we had afterwards. She felt it and she respected that. I told her I never got suspended again too.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked your mom. For the people that never met Nancy, like a great grandchildren, nieces and nephews that's coming along to the world, what type of person was she? For the people that's gonna see this from your own textbook definition.
I'm gonna tell you this though, and for her contemporaries and her peers and sisters and brothers, y'all see this and tell me if I'm being a charlatan. She was quick-witted. She was very, very quick-witted. She was very, very quick-witted. She was very quick-witted. I don't mean quick-witted. I mean quick-witted. You know what I mean? Right? She was very quick-witted, and if you know me, I'm a jokester. I'm known to say something, but they had this saying back in the day that they were time enough for you. If you look at the dictionary on the time enough for you, Nancy's picture's there like this. She was time enough for you, but I say that in the most endearing way possible. In the most endearing way possible. So I was just going to say that to allude to her humor. Like the one thing for me, like you're going to get a lot of interviews because she's joined the Ancestors now.
Sure.
She's with the Ancestors now. She is an ancestor now. Let me give you that salute. You're an ancestor because that's why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're doing this, because what happens is when you leave us in the physical world, your greatness is known from people still talking about you.
Facts.
It's the moment no one talks about you, that's when it was like, oh, did you make the impact you thought you made?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Did you make the impact you thought you made? So we're still talking about you, and we're going to continue that. So for me, I was going to touch on her humor.
Mm-hmm.
She was extremely funny and quick and hilarious, and you better have your next 1 or 2 ready, because she has 2 or 3 out of the draw.
Yeah.
Stop me if I'm lying.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is, when I heard about y'all was doing this, sorry to be long-winded, but
good,
when I heard about y'all was doing this, I was like, I'm Basketball Al, and you know what I mean? Like, you would not know my connection to Nancy. And especially Nancy though, like, and Wanza, when you see this, you better keep it real about you and the side and them fish fries. Don't do me like that.
Man, this is well put, man. I just appreciate you, your mom, for just doing this, reaching out, just phenomenal, man. So we're gonna keep it coming. And look, I just appreciate everybody, man. Everybody just we get me emotional because everybody just coming on. That's just a blessing, man.
And this is stuff you didn't know. And
you see what I'm saying? Like everybody got their own special connection. She touched them in any type of way, and it's to the point like, damn, like you never knew your grandma. You know she's a great person, but when other people say like, damn, it just solidify everything. Like she was a phenomenal person.
I hate to bring this up because it's a movie and she was real. I know y'all. I'm gonna finish with 2 things. In the movie Soul Food back in the day, one of the comments was, man, I realized I had this special connection with Mother Joe. It was Mother Joe in the movie, right? But then he said later, he was like, I realized that everybody had a special connection with her. And that's sort of the awakening and light that's happening to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And right, and I wanted to say this in lockstep with that. Congratulations to y'all too, man, for everything that y'all doing and everything that y'all gonna do, and all that y'all accomplishing, because it's real grassroots. And I'm a big Malcolm fan, and Malcolm X really was talking to the grassroots, and y'all are the grassroots. So while y'all here, before y'all blow up, I just want to say respect, and it's
respect, man. Respect.
Thank y'all for having me.
Anytime, man. Thank you.